weather did turn last night. This is Monday, Daytona International Speedway. Second round of Daytona 500 testing. Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal and JournalNow.com. Checking out Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick, the Richard Childress gang, and of course the Toyotas. Tony Stewart's here, Denny Hamlin's here. See what they've got to offer. Last week Toyotas were fast. Kyle Busch looks like he might be the guy to beat in the Daytona 500 itself. And we're going to check out the Bill Davis operation, see if somebody shows up there that can give us some answers to some of the questions we've got. That's the story Monday morning. Daytona International Speedway. Daytona 500 testing, and I think I'll go get something to eat for a while. Just having some Scooters. Scott Crowell does great brats. Secret sauce, can't talk about that too much. He's the cook and the chef and the driver for Tony Stewart. And while I was over here, I talked to Jimmy Makar a little bit about Toyota. They're all smiles. They are all smiles. But you're with Toyota right now. Can you give me an overview of what you think the Toyota camp is going to look like this year? Because last year things looked pretty bad. Well, I'll tell you, I'm pretty impressed with what they've got going on so far. I mean, it was a new deal last year with a lot of new teams, so it was hard for them to just come into Daytona, the first race of the season, and with all those new teams, and really have their stuff together. But they suffered down here and went through some learning curves, but I think as the year went on, they got better and learned what they needed to learn. And I'm pretty impressed with what they've got going on this year. I think all those teams are a lot stronger. They bring a lot more to the table when they come to Daytona this time. I'm just glad to be a part of their group. We feel like they've helped us a little bit in some areas, and vice versa. So I think we'll be competitive when we come down here. We had a good test last week with Kyle down here in the 18 car, and over the winter the testing that we've done has been good for all the teams. So pretty optimistic about the start of the season. In fact, I'm picking Kyle Busch to win the Daytona 500 because I like his style. Of course, now Friday, I guess he had a little problem. He's a little over-aggressive every now and then, but Joe coming back is going to help. That's all he needs is another headache to worry about. That's typically our MO. Our drivers are typically the ones that you got to throttle back a little bit, but that's not a bad thing. I'd much rather throttle them back than have to spur them on to go. So I think he's going to fit fine in our group. We'll do what we can to get the rough edges cleaned up and help them make good decisions and stay out of trouble. But he's a fine young guy, and I think he's maturing a lot over the last few years, and I think everybody's seen that. And I think you've not seen the best of him yet. There's a lot more to come. I think I saw Ronnie Crooks in like every other Toyota garage stall last week, and I talked to Lee White about that, and he says that J.D. Gibbs said that he could go around and help everybody out. I mean, you guys seem to be playing well with others, which in this business is pretty difficult, especially as competitive as everybody is. Yeah. Are you consciously trying to help the other Toyota teams out because they are faster than they were? Yeah, we're definitely trying to do our part to help Toyota as a whole, as a group, get better, and we've offered some services from Joe Gibbs Racing to the other teams and try to help them out a little bit, and hopefully it's going to go both ways. We have a lot of things they could benefit from that would move them up the ladder a little bit quicker than they would have to have done on their own. So we felt like if we did that for them, when we get on down the road a little bit, the favors will be returned, and we're just trying to be good partners. The car tomorrow here at Daytona is a little awkward to drive. I guess we had some tire blistering problems last week that people were blaming on camber because the chassis is different. It's a bigger car. There are a lot of unknowns. What's your take on that from what the feedback you got last week and what you expect and what you're going to see out here this week? Yeah, I think everybody got a little surprised by that, but not really uncommon here at Daytona in the wintertime with no rubber on the racetrack. We've seen tire issues before when we've come down here, and it seems like after they have the 24-hour race and we get back down here for speed weeks, a lot of that goes away as the rubber gets laid down on the track. So I think some of it's going to go away, and as far as the camber gain and what's going on with the cars, it's something that everybody's trying to play with and learn a little bit, and give it a little bit of time. I think everybody's going to get it figured out what they need in the cars for camber, and that'll sort of go away, I believe. What I've seen so far in testing is that the Hendrick operation is really up to speed, just like they left last season. Joe Gibbs is up to speed with Kyle Busch. The Toyota teams are fast.
The Richard Jonas operation, they're still a little slow. The Dodge people are still looking. What's your assessment? You had a chance to look at all the speeds last week and analyze who did what. What's your status?
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I mean, I think the guys that were good last year are going to end up being good this year. You're going to have to race the same group of people, and there's probably going to be a few more that are thrown in here that have made improvements since last year. But you know, the car tomorrow coming down here, I don't think it's going to deter any of your normal characters that are in the hunt when we get back here for speed weeks. But there will be some added to it, so everybody will figure it out, and then you'll have your good old Daytona race when it comes time to go.
And you guys think you can win? I
think we've got a good shot to win. I think we'll have 3 good, strong race cars, 3 very capable race car drivers, and that's a big part of it. Is having drivers that are savvy in the draft and know what to do and can do the right thing at the right time. And I think all 3 of our guys have got that ability now. So I think they'll play well together and help each other out, and that's a big part of it too. You know, we've seen that in the past. The Hendricks guys have been really good at that in the past, and getting each other in position for a win. And I think the Gibbs guys are going to have that going on this year.
So all in all, a rather unusual day here at Daytona. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was up there at the top of the charts, but not at the very top. At the very top, Dale Jarrett in a Toyota. In fact, Toyota had 8 of the top 10 spots in speeds and 12 of the top 18. Toyota's got power. Richard Jonas gang doesn't look like they have enough power right now. They'll have to go back and go to work. And that's the story Monday from Daytona. Round 2 of the Daytona 500 testing series in January. Mike Mulhern for the Winston-Salem Journal, journalnow.com.